Despite opposition by some faculty, Harvard University will maintain a controversial policy set in 2016 that penalizes undergraduates who join fraternities, sororities, and other single-gender social organizations, officials announced Tuesday. The decision was announced by President Drew Faust and Harvard Corporation senior fellow Bill Lee at a faculty meeting and in a statement sent to the university community. They said that the policy, which bars undergraduates who join such organizations from student leadership roles at Harvard-recognized student organizations and sports teams, would continue to further gender equity on campus. Students in the class of 2021, this year's freshmen, and students admitted later who join such groups cannot receive recommendations from the Harvard College Dean for elite academic opportunities after graduation, such as the Rhodes Scholarship. Faust and Lee said the culture of the school has changed over decades, and the school can no longer ignore student participation in organizations that are not school-sanctioned and that are discriminatory. The statement said in part, "We cannot ignore the responsibility we bear in relationship to our students' experience in these settings and their effect on the broader community. These organizations are very much of Harvard, they are effectively on our campus, consist exclusively of Harvard students and graduates, and directly influence the character of undergraduate life. More importantly, in their current incarnation, they stand in the way of our ability to provide a fully challenging and inclusive educational experience to the diverse students currently on our campus." At a faculty meeting in November, Harry Lewis, a professor of computer science, filed a motion and sought a vote opposing the administration and calling for a policy that would specifically not discipline, penalize or otherwise sanction students for joining any lawful organization. According to the Harvard Crimson, 130 professors voted against the motion while 90 supported it, revealing a deep split. This past July, a Harvard faculty committee proposed that undergraduates be banned entirely from joining fraternities, sororities, and similar organizations, saying that efforts to curb pernicious behavior by some members of such groups had failed. Faust and Lee, however, said the board that oversees the university decided to maintain the current policy, allowing students to make their own decision about whether to join the groups and face penalties. The statement said, "Preserving choice and agency also honors the thoughtful concerns we have heard expressed about the need to balance competing interests wherever possible. The policy will remain in place for 5 years, at which time it will be reviewed for its effect on campus life," it said. Here's the full statement from Faust and Lee that was delivered to the faculty at its December meeting on Tuesday and sent out simultaneously to the school community. Over the past 2 academic years, this body has had a robust discussion about how the university should respond to the many issues presented by unrecognized single-gender social organizations, USGSOs, including the final clubs, sororities, and fraternities. We appreciate the intense engagement of the faculty on an issue that will shape the non-academic educational experience of current and future students.